Hi, everyone, and welcome to our first online New Year's Eve celebration and meditation. Unfortunately, here in Lubbock, the streets are not the best. We've had a lot of snow and ice, and the side streets are terrible, and we've had freezing drizzle start about an hour ago. So it was a good decision to stay home and invite you in front of the fire here at the Hope House via Google Hangouts Live. So welcome tonight. My name is Elizabeth, for anybody that's joining online that's not familiar with the Hope community. And tonight we also have Hedge with us. Hedge, hi, how are you this evening?
Hey, wonderful, doing amazing on this
Great.
beautiful New Year's Eve.
Good. So, well, I'm so glad that you agreed to join us tonight online. We love to do our chanting and kirtan live in person, but again, the technology is going to be fine and work out great. And also, to let everybody know, Hedge and I have an exciting announcement. Hope is going to start a YouTube channel called Hope TV, and our first broadcast is going to be called A Voice for Hope. For some of you might remember that I had a radio show on Fox Radio here in town, and it was called A Voice for Hope. So we're going to bring it back to life, but do it live streaming over Google Hangouts Air. It'll be the first broadcast live will be Sunday, January 10th at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we'll do every 2 weeks on Sunday evenings at 7:30. And Hedge and I will host the show. We'll be talking about different metaphysical topics, holistic health topics, the spiritual experiences, spiritual emergence and emergencies. And we'll also have guest speakers come on from time to time as well. And we will end the broadcast. Each broadcast will end with a short meditation and some kirtan chanting. So as we work on improving the technology, we'll have better video and audio for our live broadcast. And just like this broadcast will go on YouTube once we finish tonight, so will all of the Voice for Hope broadcast go up for later viewing. If you can't make the live streaming show, it'll go up on Hope TV on YouTube, which you'll be able to find within a couple of days. So anyway, we're looking forward to that exciting new adventure. And Hedge, thank you so much for agreeing to be the co-host.
Absolutely, I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait.
Yeah. So Hedge has been a voice for hope for a long time. When we started kirtan chanting, there were quite a few people that were looking in the Hope community that were looking for some type of a devotional activity. And because Hope is not affiliated with any church or religion or any specific denomination, we've always stayed away from that. But the kirtan chanting seemed to be completely embraced by the community and offered people an opportunity to communicate with the divine through worship and song in a way that they'd been seeking in a long time, that didn't hold them into a religious box. And we did it with just CDs of Sanatam Kaur and Krishna Das for a long time until we found Hedge. And
I think that chanting is really just a universal language of love, and so it's easy to fall in love with it. It's easy to do. It's easy to practice, and I can't wait to lead everybody in some kirtan chanting later on. So
yeah, exactly. Okay. Well, what we're going to do tonight is kind of a traditional thing that we do on New Year's Eve in Hope, and we start out with a meditation. And at some point in the meditation process, we're going to have you write some things down that you'd like to be different, take into the new year differently than the way you've been being with them recently. And we'll get into more about that later, but you're going to want a paper and pencil before we get started with the meditation. So we're going to give you just a minute to grab a paper and pencil. And so you might want to get that ready. Then what we'll do is we're going to start out with the conditioning of the energies and get things going to where you're cleared out, you're kind of letting your day go and get centered in your body and present. And then once we do the conditioning of energies, like we do at our potlucks, then we'll get into the meditation And when you're going to do the writing part, Hedge is going to be playing some background music for you to relax. And then we'll go further into the meditation after that. And then once we finish the meditation tonight, Hedge will close us out with some kirtan and a closing prayer. So we're going to get started. So if you want to get seated, get comfortable wherever you're seated. And so we're going to start conditioning the energies in your body and your mind and your heart and in the space that you're in. So close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. And as you continue to breathe deeply in and out through your nose, settle and relax even deeper into your chair. And just allow the chair to completely support you. Just let go. Sinking ever deeper into your chair, really trusting that that piece of furniture is going to hold you up. Just let go. So now I'd like you to focus on your heart, your actual physical heart, not your heart chakra, but your physical heart, beating and pumping blood throughout your body. Just breathe gently and normally now, focusing your attention on your heart. And as you breathe, think of something that you really, really appreciate. Something that as soon as you think of it, makes you smile. It could be a person, a pet, a place, an activity. Great. So now that you're comfortable in your chair and you're feeling a deep appreciation, I'd like you to expand that feeling of appreciation up through the top of your head. With each breath, just see it flowing out of the top of your head like a big giant shower. Maybe that energy has a color as it's flowing out of you. Kind of tune in and see if it has a color. As you keep breathing in that beautiful heart energy and breathing it up out through the top of your head, you're sharing it with everyone around you. You're sharing it with your neighbors. It's going right out through the house. Breathing in, feeling really anchored. Breathing out, sharing it with your neighbors. Just letting all of the stress of the day just completely erase. Just cancel out. Excellent. So I'd like you to open your eyes and just get present in the space that you're in. Grab your paper and pencil, your pen. We're going to start doing some writing. You know, we all have things that we're working on. People here on the spiritual path, you know, we're working on surrendering, attachments, judgments, maybe some habits that are not necessarily helpful, and that causes a lot of stress. And we really would like you to think about maybe those things that you've been even suppressing within yourself, maybe anger or frustration, or maybe some addictive desires that have, you know, caused havoc in your life, or an eating pattern, or, you know, just these difficult things that you've been within yourself been trying to suppress. Maybe write those things down right now and just write them down in a little list. Just relaxing, enjoying the music, thinking about those things from, you know, just an observer's perspective. What are those things that you've been suppressing and holding on to or trying to control? Because tonight we're going to create a place within us where it's perfectly okay It's okay to have desires. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to have grief. Whatever those things are, we're going to make a space where it's completely and perfectly safe to have them. And we're going to create a different way of being with that, give you a different tool, a different way of being. Maybe it's not something that you're suppressing. Maybe that's something that's been difficult for you that you'd like to let go of or be different with, is an event that happened this last year. Maybe there was a difficult event that occurred in your life that maybe changed your life or changed the way you view life or experience life. Are there any difficult events that you've had happen in your life? Write those down. Okay, you've had some time to think about it, and now what we're going to do with these things is find a way to be with these to where we can really start feeling a different way of being. So now next to each item, I'd like you to write down how you would like to be. So to be with a situation. So for instance, let's say anger. And let's say when I get angry, I get nervous as well, or maybe I speak angry words when I get nervous, or maybe I suppress angry words when I get angry and nervous. And I'm looking for a different way of being with that anger, and so that it's productive, so that it's just a tool to get information, and a way that I can be grateful for my anger. That way, we're not suppressing it, so it's not growing and getting bigger. We're not resisting it, so it's growing and getting bigger. We're actually working with it. So a statement that I might make for this meditation that I'm going to take you into, because you're going to use these statements in the meditation. So in this meditation, what we're going to do, I'm hearing some background. Do you hear that, Hedge?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to shut that background noise down, and let's take a look now. So the way I want to be with anger, so when I take anger into my heart and I take care of my anger, I want to be grateful for it. So what can I be grateful for this anger? This anger is showing me maybe where I'm feeling disempowered. Maybe this anger is showing me a need that's not getting met. Or maybe this anger is showing me something that I need to be asking for that I'm not asking for. So when we go into the meditation, we're going to have this beautiful new sentence for how to be with anger. So I would say, I am so grateful that this anger is showing me what I need to take care of in myself. I'm so grateful that I have this information to use in my life to help me for the good. I'm so glad that this anger is giving me questions to ask that I've not been able to ask before. And I'm so grateful that this anger is giving me a way to recognize what's not working in my life. And so when we find a new way of being with anger, or whatever it is that you're working with in your life, we're no longer making it wrong. We're taking all the wrong energy off from it, and we're getting to use it. So another example would be, maybe I haven't made enough money this year to pay my bills, and I would really like to make enough money in 2016 to not only pay my bills, but to go on vacation and tithe to my favorite charity and support my favorite group, take some vacations, go see the grandkids, et cetera, right? So in taking that way of being with money into my meditation, my new language, instead of being afraid, I would be so grateful, right? So the way I want to be with money for me is just to be me and show up and get paid for being me. That would be so cool. So in this meditation, when I go out into my sacred space, and if money is an issue for you, your affirmation, the way you want to be with this might be, I am so grateful that it's safe to be me, and I get to be me wherever I go, and whenever I show up and be me, I get paid. Money comes to me when I am myself. Something like that. So those are some examples, and we do have the Q&A up, and if you want to, you can ask questions while we're doing this period here. So Heather, if you'd like to play a little bit more music, we'll give people a couple more minutes to maybe write their different ways of being with these energies as well. And again, feel free to put a question up on the Q&A. Heather continues to play here. We'll start moving into the meditation. So get comfortable again. You want to keep your writing close by so you can glance at it in meditation. Now as we move into silence, allow the music to drift off. Allow your breathing to slow down as the music stops. Closing your eyes again. I would like you to focus your attention on your heart chakra. And notice that within you, there is a divine light. That divine light you might call your Christ. You might call it the Holy Spirit. You might call it your Buddha nature. Your divinity, that divinity that created you is within you. Focus on that now in the center of your chest. We now call and invoke divine presence. Just breathing gently, just a nice, gentle rhythm to your breath. I'd like you to focus your attention on feeling very, very grateful for this divine presence. Connecting with this divine presence within you and recognizing your oneness with it, that you are this beautiful divine presence. You are one with it. You may even notice a smile forming on your face. Starting to feel very grateful. The peace and the safety in this place. And allow your gratitude to increase. Now I'd like you to take the grateful feeling, take your attention, take your whole being and expand it outside of your body. With each breath, notice that you actually expand outside of your body. Now expand yourself farther and farther until you expand farther beyond your house. You realize that you're infinite being connected with this infinite divinity, and you're bigger than even your own neighborhood, and you expand out past your neighborhood. And now expand past your town, past the borders of your city. Expanding yourself beyond the borders of your state. And take a big, deep breath, expanding your borders outside of your country. And now outside the planet. Really feeling yourself expand out into space. Really connecting with divinity, the omnipresent divinity. And being very thankful for its presence in your life. But just keep expanding out all the way past the solar system, past all known planets, really reaching into that omnipresent presence of divinity. And really feel this gratitude. Say to yourself, I am so grateful. I am so grateful. Really feel it. And now from this place, you're going to start using those new ways of being, those new words, and really feel the gratitude. I am so grateful. I am so grateful for you. I am so grateful that it is safe to be me, or whatever it is that you are grateful for. I am so grateful. My anger here is to show me that I need to recognize how important it is to take care of myself. I'm so grateful I'm learning to take care of myself. Whatever the words are for you, say them out loud. Really feel that gratitude. No more suppression. I'm grateful for my grief. I'm grateful for my sorrow. I'm grateful for honoring all parts of my life as they come and they go. Whatever it is. I'm so grateful. I'm so happy. So grateful that things are changing in my life. Just say it out loud. Notice how good that feels in your body. Notice where you feel good in your body right now. Really pay attention to your body. Your awareness is this infinite universe. You're aware that you're in this body. You're aware that infinite divine presence is within you wherever you are. And wow, it feels so good. So grateful right now. Just keep repeating what you're grateful for out in this expanded space, for the changes that are happening. So grateful for the information that's come into my life to help me create beautiful, trusting, loving relationships. So grateful for all the events this year that have happened to bring me to a place of maturity. Wonderful. So after you make your last statement, start really deep breathing in through your nose and out through your nose, really feeling the goodness in your body, really feeling that presence, happiness, and divinity in your body. Really feeling the smile on your face. Coming in, pulling yourself back in from that expanded space and bring yourself back into your body. Open your eyes. Maybe your hands are on your heart. And say, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Taking this new way of being with whatever is in your life so that you're not just writing something on a piece of paper and tossing it into the fireplace. That's great too. And you're welcome to take your piece of paper and light it on fire with a candle or a match and burn it over the sink or toss it into the fireplace at home if you have one. That's lovely. However, I'd like you to take away this practice of being with your divinity, being with divinity, because really it's only divinity that can change anything anyway. Our minds can't change it, but the divinity within us can, the Christ within us can, the God within us can, the universe, the oneness within us can. And so as we bring all of these things that we struggle with or that we call wrong or that we're suppressing, if when we make room for them and we don't hide them from ourselves or from divinity, we bring them within, we have a new way of being with it to where we get new information that makes real change in our life. So I hope that this tool is helpful for you to walk into 2016 with a new way of being with different things in your life that you may find challenging. And it's going to just create a beautiful new open space in your heart so that when you wake up in the morning, you start feeling lighter. I do this a lot. I do this meditation while I'm doing dishes, while I'm driving the car, while I'm cleaning house. I do it whenever something comes up. I try to be mindful. This is one of my newer mindfulness practices where I bring it within my heart and give it to the divinity within me and be grateful for whatever is happening. And if it's difficult, I'm grateful for the difficulty and I allow myself to feel that difficulty without making it wrong. And I've been waking up lighter and lighter and lighter every day. So now we're going to do some chanting and end with some kirtan from Hedge. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over and turn off my mic and camera so that we just are focused on the beautiful, loving sounds of divine worship and connection. All right, Hedge. Namaste.
Oh, wonderful. Namaste. Well, it is the new year. It is 12 o'clock right on the dot right now. And what a great opportunity it is to bring in the new year with you guys. So we're going to start with this metta. It's hum prima. And prima means love. And love holds all things together. So, and then if you bring the aham into it, means I am. So I am love. So we're going to be chanting aham prima, I am love. And when we do that, we're also going to be chanting this metta, meaning it's the idea that we're loving ourselves first. We're sending that love to ourselves. It's kind of like the expanding meditation that we just did. We're expanding inside of ourselves first, and we're going to expand to loving our friends. So maybe think of a friend, somebody that is close to you, maybe your spouse or your mates. Then you expand out to a neighbor, somebody that maybe that you're familiar with, but that you don't see every single day. And then we take that feeling of love with us and we visualize somebody that we might have a little difficulty with. Maybe somebody we might typically call an enemy, or somebody that we just maybe clash with. And we're going to send that love energy to that person as well. So we'll go ahead and start with Aham Prima. And I'll in the nature of Kirtan, which means it's a call and response. So I'll be singing the Aham Prima, and then I'll give you an opportunity to call back. So here we go. Your turn. Very good. It's my turn. Your turn. Let your love expand. Send your love to your friends. Send your love to your neighbors. Keep singing. Send out your love to somebody that you might call an enemy. Everybody just keep singing that song, Rima. Feel your love. Expand. Keep singing. We'll just take a big, deep breath. Inhale. We'll just hold this feeling of gratitude, this feeling of love, for just a moment longer. The love kind of melts over you like candle wax, feeling of flowing. And I have one more mantra for you this evening. And this one is called Ramavolo. And the reason I decided to do Ramavolo tonight is because, you know, it's this, and I talk about this all the time, but it's this idea of this happy little monkey, you know, jumping around. And so, you know, it's easy to make these New Year's resolutions, these New Year's promises to ourselves, and it's easy to write down, but it's in the moments that we're by ourselves in the deepest, darkest hours of our soul, when we're crying out for this God, this I, this energy to come in and save us, to make us feel whole. It's in this moment that we need to remember that we are whole and that we are happy. And so it's this idea of this little dancing monkey that that crosses my mind when I sing this song. And it's the idea that we sing when things get hard. We sing when things are happy. We sing when we're sad. So it's this constant revolving door of love and singing and happiness and joy that we can be a part of all the time. I just got this mental image of going through an actual revolving door and being a child, and like the playfulness of running in and out of that door, around and around, like it's a merry-go-round or something fun to play on. So anyway, so it's this, you know, when we're in the deepest, darkest moments of the dark night of the soul. This crying, singing and crying, living, singing, dying. So this is Ramabola. Join with me. This is not a call, so you'll pick it up. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. Blessings, blessings, blessings on everyone listening. May your year be the most amazing year that you've had so far, and many more to come. And I look forward to seeing everyone again outside of the snow, winter wonderland that we're in. And thank you so much for letting me do this.
Yes, thank you so much, Hedge. And yes, blessings and healthy new year for everyone, prosperous new year. We bless our relationships, our beloved family, our friends, our community from all over the country. And just blessings for your emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being as well. And remember to check for the link again on our Facebook page, on Hope Community Facebook page, for Hope TV's first live broadcast of A Voice for Hope with Hedge and Elizabeth. And we'll work on the technology, and we'll have, like I said, clearer audio and video next time. But once again, blessings, namaste, and yeah, woohoo, happy
Happy New Year! Happy New Year! New Year dance! New Year dance!
Awesome. Bye, everyone. Blessings to everyone. Bye-bye.